over how to test your chemistry. What you want to do is grab your tubes. You want to put it in the water upside down. You want to go down about 10 to 8 inches. Lift upright to get those air bubbles released, and so we're not just getting what's on the surface of the water. First, we're going to be doing your chlorine test, which is going to be that line right there. So once you got your water sample for your chlorine test, we're going to add solution number 1, and we're going to add 5 drops. And then you want to mix that up. Then you want to color compare this color to here. Your ideal range is going to be from 1 to 3, and if you're having a tough time seeing it, what I like to do is grab this white card, and it makes it just a little bit easier to see that color difference. Right now we're sitting probably at maybe in between the 3 and the 1.5 parts per million. So we're good on our chlorine. So test number 2, you're going to fill it up to that line right there. It's going to say acid demand and pH. What we're going to do is we're going to add 2 drops solution number 4. This is a chlorine neutralizer, so we just want to get all that chlorine out of our test. After we add the 2 drops, we're going to grab solution number 2. It says pH test, and we're going to add 5 drops. We want to swirl that around, and this is going to tell us what our pH is. You want to color compare. So that dark pink is going to be an 8.2. We want to be in between 7.2 and 7.6. So now we're going to perform test number 3, our acid demand test. How much acid we need to add to our pool to get that to our ideal range. What we're going to do is grab solution number 3, it says acid demand test, and we're going to drop this a drop at a time until it's our ideal color, which is going to be that orange 7.2 between the 7.6. And you want to make sure you add the drops. So we've got 1, and swirl it in, 2. You can already start seeing a color change. We look like we're closer to that 7.6. Let's do 1 more drop. Boom. Now we're at that 7.2, perfect. It took 3 drops to get there. So after I do that, I want to go to this chart right here, and this is for our pH. This pool that we're looking at right now is 10,000 gallons. We did 3 drops. So we want to go to that 10,000, go to the 3. Today we need to add 1.5 pints of muriatic acid. So we're doing our last test. It's going to be for your alkalinity. Your alkalinity and your pH, they work hand in hand. They both take acid to lower. They both take a form of baking soda to rise back up. You only want to add which one needs more. So if this test needs more than our pH test, that's all we're going to add. So for this test here, you want to fill it up at the smaller line that says alkalinity. We want to grab solution number 4 again, add 2 drops just to get all that chlorine out of the test. Once we've added the 2 drops of solution number 4, we want to grab solution number 5 that says total alkalinity and add 1 drop. For this test here, we're looking for a complete color change. So it's going to go from blue to a yellow or a clear. Just like our acid demand test, we're going to grab solution number 3, and we're going to add this a drop at a time. We're going to add the drops. Each drop is going to count as 10 parts per million. Our ideal range is from 80 to 120 parts per million. So anywhere between 8 and 12 drops, we should see that color change. If it's above the 12, we want to lower it with acid. If it's below the 8, we want to raise it up with soda ash. So we're going to add this a drop at a time. Mix it in. So right now we're at 8 drops. So right there we have that clear yellowish color. It took 12 drops to get there. So our alkalinity is at 120. That's a little bit on the high end, so we're gonna lower it a little bit. Just like our pH tests, we have a chart adjusting your total alkalinity. If you need to add soda ash, you're going to use this side. If you're adding muriatic acid, you're going to use this side right here. Our pool here is 10,000 gallons. We want to move it 10, 20, or 30 parts per million. If you want to go more than that, you have to use multiplication. Today, let's move it down at least 20 to get right at that 100 parts per million. So today we need to add 1 1/3 quart, more than our pH, so that's all the acid we're adding today.